Hi children, hello. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good week. We are going to learn a memory verse today that we began last week with Jane. So, let's read it together. Hopefully you have one of these cards. If you don't, you can ask the church office. Are you ready? Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. And we find it in the Bible in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Let's read it again. Therefore, if anyone, so boy, girl, young, old, is in Christ, we'll talk about that later, he is a new creation. And we find it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Now, today I have got some very special helpers to help us understand what this verse means. Let's go and meet them now. Can you see my helpers here? Let's meet them all. First of all, we've got Cogsworth, and here we've got Lumiere. Here we have the Beast, and here we've got Belle. Do you remember what story Cogsworth, Lumiere, the Beast and Belle are from? Yeah, well done. Beauty and the Beast. Isn't it a good story? Now, something interesting happened to the Beast in that story, didn't it? So we'll think about that in a minute, but let's go over the verse again. Right. Cogsworth, Lumiere, Beast and Beauty are all holding the words. Let's read them all through now. If anyone is in Christ, 2 Corinthians 5:17, he is a new creation, therefore. That doesn't sound right. We learnt it together, didn't we, and last week? I think we need to change these words around. See if you can do it at home before I do it here. Well done. Have you done it? Good. So let's read it through. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. And we find it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Now, do you know the reason why I have Beast and Beauty and Lumiere and Cogsworth helping me? And do you know the reason why Beast is holding that part of the verse? Do you remember what happened to Beast in the story? When he first met Belle, when he first met Beauty here, he was really unkind, he was really bad to her, and he was really ugly inside. He wasn't a very nice person. But do you remember what happened next? Belle showed him love and showed him kindness, and little by little, the Beast changed. Isn't that incredible? His claws, his ugly hump and head have gone, and he's a new prince. He's a prince. He's not the Beast, he's a prince. Now, that is brilliant, and Beauty and the Beast is a wonderful story. But even more exciting is this verse is what can happen to us too. And not just in a story, but in our hearts, in reality. So, I said earlier that we would think about the words in Christ more. And what that means is we need to be trusting in Jesus. When we do wrong things, when we are unkind or when we shout at our mums and dads, then the Bible calls that sin. And God looks at our hearts and that's ugly. That's not very nice. Now, when we know Jesus' love to us, if we trust in him and if we ask him to forgive us our sin, then what that means is that he will make us new. He will give us a new heart, a clean heart, and we will be in Christ and we will be a new creation. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that so good? So, I hope that helps you understand. Let's read through the verse again. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. And we find it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. I think that we can take a couple of these words off and you can do it without. Let's try. We'll take these off for now. Let's read it again. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Let's take off the first word. And we'll take off the beast's words as well. Are you ready? Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. I hope these help you to remember the verse, and I hope that you're in Christ and you're trusting in Jesus. Have a good week. Bye.